This video is sponsored by True Gold Republic, the precious metals experts. Talk to one of their experts today about diversifying your portfolio to help assure your future financial security. Find their contact information in the description below and pinned in our first comment. James Kaufman, World News Report today, July 3rd, 2024. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. The only other creatures besides humans that operate on their own species. Any ideas? Two kinds of ants have been identified doing two different types of operations on their nestmates. Ants in Florida perform life-saving surgery on their peers, scientists have discovered. They're only the second animal in the world known to do this, along with humans. Now, there is another ant species that does another type of operation. So hold on to your hats. Researchers found that Florida carpenter ants identify limb wounds on their nestmates, then treat them with either cleaning or amputation. The team published its findings Tuesday, July 2nd in the Journal of Current Biology. Quote, when we're talking about amputation behavior, this is literally the only case in which a sophisticated and systematic amputation of an individual by another member of its species occurs in the animal kingdom. This is according to Eric Frank, a behavioral ecologist. In 2003, Frank's team discovered that an African ant species, the Megaponera analis, can actually treat infected wounds in their nestmates with an antimicrobial substance produced in their glands. Florida carpenter ants do not have the equivalent glands, so the team wanted to find out how this species handles wounds in members of the colony. Specifically, the researchers looked at two types of leg wounds: lacerations on the femur, the thigh, and those lower down on the tibia. In experiments, they observed that ants treated their nest members' femur injuries by cleaning the wound with their mouths before amputating the leg by repeatedly biting it, while the tibia wounds were treated with just cleaning. The surgeries resulted in significant improvements in the survival rate of their ant patients. Survival rates for femur injuries improved from less than 40% to around 95% when amputations were performed, while survival rates for tibia injuries improved from 15% to over 75% following cleanings. The scientists suggest ants only amputate femur injuries rather than all leg injuries because of speed limitations. An amputation takes at least 40 minutes to complete. After studying micro-CT scans of the ants, the researchers speculated that the damage to the blood-pumping muscle in the femur causes blood circulation to slow. This would mean that bacteria-laden blood would take longer to enter the body, allowing the ants enough time to amputate the limb. Ant tibias, meanwhile, have relatively little muscle tissue, so infections can spread faster. This means amputation would take too long for the ants to stop the spread of harmful bacteria, so they instead focus on cleaning the wound. Quote, the ants are able to diagnose a wound, see if it's infected or sterile, and treat it accordingly over long periods of time by other individual ants. The only medical system that can rival that would be the human one, Frank said. The ant's ability to identify and treat wounds selectively is innate, the researchers said, and that they did not find evidence of learning. The scientists are now extending their research to other ant species that don't possess special antimicrobial glands to see if other ants have the ability to perform these type of surgeries. I've always found it amazing that ants always go get their wounded and carry them back to the nest. Have y'all ever seen that? God bless. Please share. Please subscribe. Always remember, Anything's possible in Bizarro World.